Druid4574 back again with more Mechwarrior 2 on the hard difficulty, and this is Wolf Clan Mission 3. Blade Splint is the title of this mission, and this one is, I think, one of the most fun. It's a doozy, though. It takes place at night, and depending on how you approach the mission, there will be a lot of opposition. So there's a couple of strategies that you can use, ones that I've used in the past. You can do this with an extremely fast light mech and just avoid all the other mechs. Get in, get out, and just complete the primary objective. Or you can try to hammer your way through. I think you can have the help of some star mates. So I will probably end up doing that. Let's have a look, shall we? I can have two total mechs. Now they recommend having the Jenner, which if you just go in there by yourself with a Jenner, you will not survive unless you're very lucky. I've done it with a Fire Moth, and I have done it with a Fire Moth with just machine guns, just because I wanted to one time, and that was a lot of fun. But that will not be my strategy this time. So I'm going to try and approach this from a smash my way through perspective. So I'll need a very solid and fast friend here. So I'm thinking maybe a Stormcrow. A Stormcrow is a pretty solid mech. I don't think I have. Let's see. I have this Mad Dog, but I don't think that that would work very well for my friends. What about this one? Ultra autocannon, machine guns, a couple of Gauss rifles, crazy mech. Let's see, what else do I have available? The Hellbringer, pretty solid mech, but it does have that problem of being a little light on the armor for such a heavy mech, which is a problem. That's the problem with the Hellbringers. It's heavy enough so that it's pretty slow, but it's not quite heavy enough to have a lot of armor on it. It's a somewhat limited mech in my opinion. Rifleman is a very slow but heavily armed mech, so if you don't care about getting shot, it's a good one. But again, very, very slow. I tend not to use it. The Summoner. That's a possibility. And of course the good old-fashioned Timberwolf. I'm thinking I'll give my friend this Timberwolf here with pulse lasers and a long-range missile system. Yeah, let's do that. And then I exit my config, and I make sure that it's not screwed up, and then I will design my own mech. So yeah, Jenner, not the best idea here, so I'm going to go for a heavier one. Maybe a Summoner. I'd already designed some Summoners here. Let's see what I had done. I had a one with machine guns, pulse lasers, LRMs. Here's... Okay, why don't I start from this, and we'll just design one. Torso, I think the armor's maxed out pretty good on this one. I don't know why that's like that. That's a little weird. I'm going to take 1 point off the head. And, excuse me, move it to the right torso in the rear. Now I'm a couple points short on the torso here. 35 and 7 is only 42. Interesting. Okay, so what kind of weapons do I want on this mech? Probably going to want some heat sinks. I'm going to check the criticals here. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to delete the heat sinks and then add them back on. So We'll put 10 on there. And that's so that it'll remove them from the criticals, so I can place those however I want to later. I'm thinking I want an autocannon, a big honkin' heavy one, because this will be really useful for destroying mechs quickly. And there's a bunch of mechs, so this will be good. So maybe a 20 or a 10. So the 20, a very, very large weapon, double the size of the autocannon 10 as far as criticals are concerned, does double the damage, it's more than double the heat, but it only weighs 2 tons more. However, you only get half as many shots. So I'm thinking that I'm going to choose this Ultra Autocannon Type 10, and we're going to add a bunch of ammo to this guy. But I also want a couple of lasers on here. So I'm thinking, oh, what's good? I'll add some ammo now. Do I want some pulse lasers? They're pretty good. I don't know that the mediums are really going to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 medium pulse lasers. Yeah, I would very much like to have more ammunition for that autocannon, though. Well, I guess this will call this good. I'll sign those criticals. Okay, so traditionally the summoner has, the head is kind of like on top of the right torso, which is a little weird. But on the left torso, there is a spot for a big weapon. So I'm going to put a couple of pulse laser up there. And I like having heat sinks in each of the torso sections. That seems to help with the heat buildup. So I'll make sure that there's at least one in each. Let's see, and I think the right arm of the summoner is traditionally where autocannons go, so I'll put the autocannon there. I have 1 extra unit of ammunition, so I'll have to put that. Oh, that's interesting. I have jump jets. Actually, I'm going to delete those. I don't want any jump jets. And that means I can add more ammos. Ammo. I still have half a ton. Maybe I could put a ER laser in there. There we go. Okay, so that's got ammunition. I'm going to take that ferrofibrous out of the arm and put more ammo in it. I don't think I need that actuator. And I'll put all the ammo in there. And I still have 1 more spot, so I'm going to put that in the leg here. Ferrofibrous. And this leg I'll put a heat sink in. I'm going to put another heat sink here because this didn't get a heat sink. I've got 1 more heat sink left, so I'll put it in the right torso, I guess. This arm I'm going to put 1 of the pulse lasers in, and I think I can put 1 in the head also. Fill this out with endo steel. Fill this out with endo steel. And I guess I have to put my small laser in this arm. That'll do. Okay, so there's my weapon loadout. I've got 10 tons of heat sinks. Those are doubles. And I've got an ultra autocannon. What am I going to call this mech? This is the, let's see, it's the summoner, so maybe something like evoker of autocannon 10. Okay, so again, yeah, that's my mech, so we'll save and accept that. And this has been Druid4574. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me for the field phase of this mission.